What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Taeyang's new album, mini album, EP, Down to Earth, his first release in 6 years, since 2017. First release since completing his military service a long time ago. Taeyang, of course, one member of BigBang, the previously biggest group in the history of K-pop. Definitely the forefathers of BTS in many regards. The first group to really make any inroads and success in the United States. Obviously, their resume needs no introduction, but you know, the group having done their military service a few years back at this point, all in their early 30s, it's about time for the second act for that group, and we know that the second act, the second contract in K-pop is no sure thing, and definitely there's not a lot of long track record with that. And we're seeing, you know, artists continue to, I guess, break that mold more recently, and Taeyang's an example of this. Now signing with the YG subsidiary, the Black Label, currently their premier artist. He signed them as a soloist, and keeping it in house. Of course, Big Bang is a YG act, but keeping it. Um, I guess we're still kind of waiting for what the difference is between the Black Label and YG proper. A lot of rumors about Blackpink perhaps re-upping their deal and going to the Black Label. We'll see what that means. But for right now, Taeyang is kind of like the big deal with that sub label right now. And this is his first full release on the project, Down to Earth. And it's a short, quick listen, 6 songs, 21 minutes. In a sense, given it's been so long since Taeyang has released solo work, I suppose hardcore Big Bang fans probably wish they got a little bit more. But I think for what we got, this is pretty good. I enjoyed the singles, and I think overall it's a pretty solid listen. Um, right off the bat, I think everyone definitely had their ears perked up for this when in January of this year we had the lead single Vibe come out featuring Jimin of BTS of all people. Both Big Bang and BTS collabing in some way, definitely unexpected. But that was kind of the big flag of oh wait, this is what's next for Big Bang, because we got a Big Bang single about a year ago, Still Life, their comeback single in a certain regard. Obviously, we know Big Bang has been through a lot as a group in terms of Sungri leaving the group due to all the legal issues he had, and I thought a Big Bang album was coming. I wasn't expecting just a one-off single and then a solo project, but here we are, a solo project from Taeyang. I'm sure G Dragon's got something cooking up soon for us as well. But this is what we got for now. And like I said, Vibe, that lead single, I think it's really fun because both Taeyang and Jimin are two K-pop idols who both can sing and dance really well. Like it's basic to say, but they are both like quite talented guys across that spectrum. And kind of putting them together on this, I think, really upbeat, but also kind of like a throwback style song. It really sets that vibe. It's aptly titled. I think Jimin sounds really good on the track, and frankly, that kind of vibe, if you will, was what I was hoping to hear more of on Jimin's solo album than we ended up getting. But I think Taeyang sounds pretty cool on that. And then not only do you have a Jimin feature on here, but you also have one of the new songs that just came out with the release of Down to Earth. You have Shung featuring Lisa of Blackpink, of all people. Of course, Blackpink features are very rare in general. This is an in-house collab. Lisa, of course, on YG, but still cool because we just don't get Blackpink features all that much. And I think it's a pretty solid, okay song. Like Taeyang and Lisa don't have a whole lot to do. It's a pretty down the middle hip hop track, but it's fun. I think the choreography in the music video is pretty fun. Looks cool. I guess my biggest gripe with the song is that I always find it a bit awkward sometimes when Lisa is using like colloquial like hip hop terms like bando, for example. Like it's clearly like not from her experience using that kind of verbiage. And I know she's not really writing these songs for the most part, but always kind of feels a bit off to me sometimes. But still, I think the song's pretty fun, pretty cool. To me, though, the highlight of this, like I think Vibe's a lot of fun, Shung's pretty fun. The highlight, though, in terms of like the best song, I would say, has to be track 3, which would be Seed, which is just like a straight up like pure piano ballad. Like the Taeyang's voice on that sounds incredibly strong. Just the way the song builds out throughout its runtime too. You have this guitar really making its presence felt, the drum tempo throughout. The song really builds, and I think it's really cool. And kind of a nice connective tissue to some of the older songs of Taeyang's past that have got a lot of love for kind of being of a similar, similar ilk, kind of like Eyes, Nose, Lips from like way back, So that's definitely my highlight. I think from there, it kind of slows down a bit with the last three songs, Reason, Inspiration, and Nightfall. But, you know, pretty solid return, pretty solid listen. I think just getting a second act from a K-pop idol, especially someone who's had such a long and eventful career like Taeyang has, like any Big Bang member has. It's hard for me to be like super critical on it, even if I don't think this necessarily like reinvents the wheels and like change any expectations for Taeyang or Big Bang. The fact that this seems to be the next step, and the Taeyang for now is the face of the Black label. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm curious if we get more at a faster clip. I don't imagine we'll wait another 6 years for a solo release from Taeyang. We'll see. But that's where we're at now. And let me know how you're feeling about the project. And for more K-pop reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.